Good afternoon, welcome to the Midday Mull for Saturday the 8th of May. Today a group of traditional healers called for people to pray to the ancestors, which in a sense was a good thing because it motivated the Christian church to stand up and say, no, we've got to pray to God. And so you have this day of prayer of people praying that God would protect the country, something that I think we need to do. And interestingly, today in the McShane readings, we're reading Numbers chapter 16, which looks at the rebellion of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. We're told that they came with 250 Israelite men and they approached Moses. And we're told in verse 3 of chapter 16, they came as a group to oppose Moses and Aaron and said to them, "You have gone too far. The whole community is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is with them. Why then do you set yourselves above the Lord's assembly?" When Moses heard this, he fell face down, and he said to them, "You've been appointed as Levites to serve the Lord, but to serve as a priest in the house of God is something that God calls you to. You don't just take that upon yourself." And so the next day, they all came forward with censers and incense in them to make an offering to God. And in verse 35 we're told, "And fire came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering the incense." Now, a couple of things come out from this. The one is that God is entirely able to defend his realm. And yes, we can pray against the traditional healers and whoever else there is, but we don't have to do anything more than that. We don't have to take up some kind of holy war. God can do this. God can protect himself, and we just pray that he will work his purposes out. For me, the second thing is that service of God is always done under God's call. And I've seen time and again people decide that they will do something with good intentions, but they haven't been called by God, and therefore it doesn't work, and at worst it's a bit of a disaster. And we always have to wait and let God work through us. And so our prayer is always, "God, work through me. Whatever I'm doing, God, work in me. And if this is not you doing it, Lord, stop me." Because as we see with Dathan and Abiram, it's not up to us. It's up to God. He will call, he will enable, and he will work through us. So know that God does work through you in various ways. Ask God to use you. And as you step out, just trust that he will be doing it, and he will do the work. He will use you, and he will bring the fruit that is needed. Trust in him and be blessed.